The night my future son-in-law finally cracked my code. I'm a retired mechanic, so I've spent my whole life looking for problems to fix. When my daughter brought home Liam, a guy who works in digital marketing and wears white sneakers that have never seen a speck of dirt, I saw a problem. Liam was nice, too nice. He used words like synergy and bandwidth. Every time he tried to talk to me, I'd just grunt and keep working on my truck. I figured he was just another city kid who wouldn't know a wrench from a screwdriver. But then, last Thanksgiving, the furnace died. It was 40 degrees outside, and the house was turning into an icebox. I was down in the basement, covered in grease, swearing at a frozen pilot light, while the family waited upstairs in coats. Suddenly, I hear a floorboard creak. It's Liam. He doesn't say a word about synergy. He just hands me a hot cup of coffee, rolls up his sleeves, and sits down on the concrete floor right next to me. I looked at him and said, "Kid, you're gonna ruin those fancy shoes." He just laughed and said, "The shoes are replaceable, Mike. My standing with my future father-in-law isn't." We spent 3 hours in that crawl space. It turns out, Liam grew up helping his grandpa restore old tractors in Iowa. He knew exactly what he was doing. We didn't talk about marketing. We talked about gear ratios, small-town football, and how much we both loved my daughter's stubborn streak. By the time the heat kicked back on, we were both covered in soot and laughing like old friends. When we walked upstairs, my daughter saw us covered in grease and sharing a plate of leftover pie, and she just knew. I realized that night, you can't always judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the guy in the white sneakers is the only one willing to get his hands dirty when it counts. He didn't just fix the furnace, he fixed us.